guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Dragon. If we could get 250 likes on this episode, that would be amazing. Right, so we're at the draw for the Euros, basically. The qualifying for them, of course. We're actually second seed. We're in the second pot. Only just, but we did manage to make it in there. I don't know how, but I can only assume that it means that some of the other teams around us were worse than us over this period somehow, and we managed to go up a pot. I feel like we were in the third pot before, but we're in the second pot now, and that is massive. So that's huge. So we're going to start the draw, and I'm going to do myself a question of the day. So today's question is this. Let me just have a little look. See, yeah. Do you have any recommendations for managing a national team on FM? I don't really like giving recommendations because obviously everything is different for every single person. So it's nice to just whoa, what the hell is going on here? Are they really? Oh, I see. Right, so Liechtenstein and Gibraltar are in the same group, and Andorra and Iceland as well. I want one of those groups, and I want it bad, just to give us a chance to get some confidence up, basically. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions for national teams that you think will be fun to manage, be it, I don't know, I think mid-range ones are so much more fun. Yeah, you could take over Brazil and win everything, but that's a bit boring personally. I just find that a bit dull. Or you could take over someone like San Marino and probably lose all the time at first, and it might take a very long time, but you probably get a lot of reward out of it, I have to say, if you did that. But I like the mid-range ones, because when you do get success you feel great about it, but at the same time you still can win some games if things are going a bit wrong for you, so it's important to have that as well. So if you do have any ideas for a question today, do drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOT. Right, so what's going on here? Let's just see what group we want out of these ones. Albania, Macedonia, Iceland, and Andorra would be an absolute dreamboat of a group. It really would. In fact, that's the one I want. I would love Group B. Go on, give us Group B. I dare you. Oh, damn it. That one wouldn't be so bad either. Damn it, we're going to get a group of 5. That one would be tough. This one would be crazy tough. Damn it, we got Ireland, Cyprus, and the Faroe Islands. Still seems doable to me that we could win, but it's Ireland. They're going to be the really tough one. It depends hugely on who we get as the top seed in this group. Like, that could be massive, because if they're a beatable one, then you never know what chance we could even win the group. You just don't know. So who are we going to get? Come on, someone not awful. And we've got Portugal. Interesting. Okay, so we've not played against Portugal as Wales yet, nor have we Cyprus or the Faroe Islands, I don't think. So that's interesting. It's going to be tough, but you know, I think it's still doable. I think, you know, with these sort of groups, the fact that we get 2 teams out of them, 3 potentially, I don't know, I think there's some doable stuff in there, guys. So let's just quickly skip ahead so we can see when the fixtures are. Obviously, we're playing Costa Rica at some point soon, although we're not anymore because, of course, that's changed, hasn't it? So, what have we got? Right, these are next year. So, bloody hell. That's not till September there. Guys, I can't do another 9-10 months in an episode. It's just getting silly. So we're going to have to do the Portugal game in the next episode, and then maybe do all of those games in one episode. Just try and space things out a little bit correctly, otherwise it's just going to be way too much, and this takes we're getting further into the same, so it's taking longer and longer. So basically, guys, I will join you in, well, it's still going to be till June next year. Crazy stuff there, really. So we're going to have some more youth players coming through, but hopefully that'll be enough time to get some youngsters through and really start to improve this Wales team. But before that, you're going to see some highlights now of the games against the Faroe Islands and away in Cyprus, and I would really like 2 wins out of those games to give us a good chance in going into this home match against the top seed Portugal. So I'll join you guys in a sec. Dunphy across, and he scored it this time. Wales 1, Faroe Islands 0. It's about time, but Ian Dunphy with the finish. Important stuff. We need a win here. Wilson turns, shot, goal, finally. Wales 2, Faroe Islands 0. It's been coming. We just haven't seemed to be able to take our chances, and that's the problem for us. All the way through, and Jordan Williams across. Put in for someone. Isgrove, back of the net, and it is now 4 for Wales, which is something, I suppose. But we go. Wales 4, Faroe Islands 0. A good result in the end, but maybe could have done with a couple more goals. Need a winner here. We've been so good, but yet again, it's just that lack of end product. Wilson cutting inside. Bradshaw's across, and this time Bradshaw puts it in. Here we go, guys. Cyprus 0, Wales 1. It's a win, and that's important, but with the plethora of chances we had in this match, we have to be taking them. Right, guys, we are back, and it is the day of the Portugal game. Now, this is still taking quite a long time, which is why it's now sort of dark behind me, but I do apologise for that. I still need to sort out these damn lights. But, as you've seen, we've won both the games so far, which was great. We got a good win over the Faroe Islands, 4-0 in the end. Could have done with a few more goals. But again, away in Cyprus, we've created a lot of chances over these games, and we just failed to take them. And that is a problem, basically, for us. Now, I'm not entirely sure how we can do about that. And I think it just comes down to the quality of our strikers, unfortunately. Now, The team that we've picked this time, it's the same kind of players around the squad again. However, there is one player that I do want to quickly show you before we get into anything, and that is Jonathan Savage. Now, I don't know a lot about him, but he's worth £850,000 and plays for Man United. So, looking at this guy, he's 15 years old, and this is what we know about him so far. I just think that he looks like an amazing player for the future. I don't know whether I'll have enough time to actually see much of him, but he's 15 years old, fully Welsh. It's brilliant. It really is. And I think that he would be one for the future if this save ever did continue, which of course I may do some stuff from time to time, maybe stream it at some point too. So I think, look at that. He's 1.5 stars at 15 years old. He's going to be amazing. But yeah, so there's that, which is great. The other thing you'll have noticed is that Randall Pogleka, who actually wasn't, he was English by birth, but had Welsh family. He's a Chelsea player. Eventually, he decided to declare for Wales. It's brilliant. He obviously didn't get into the England squad, so I made sure that when he was available, I said, right, we'll get him in. And he actually played in the last competitive match, which means he is now Welsh for life in it. There you go. So look at that. He's a 4-star player. He's just a new addition to the team out of nowhere. So we're getting there slowly. What we don't have at the moment, really, is a player that can just consistently put that ball in the back of the net. Dunphy, he's a good player. He's getting there. He's 3 stars. He's got a bit more to come. But he's got 11 games under his belt for Wales now and only 2 goals. That needs to be better. He's got decent finishing. So I just worry about where the goals are going to come from for him because he's important. Philip Fowler is still around the team, but just not quite developing the way I would have liked at the moment, really. But I still think he will be another player for the squad relatively soon as well. So let's get into the game against Portugal. Now, their team, why has he got capital letters? That was bizarre. I assume that's a bug of some form. Arelas, Gonçalo Guedes, Bernardo, Andre Gomes, Renato Sanchez, Zeca, Paulo Oliveira, Nogueira, Nelson Semedo, Rui Patricio, and obviously Cavaliero. Now, of course, there's no Cristiano Ronaldo. I assume he's retired from international football, which is kind of understandable. Now, we are at home to Portugal, but I don't know, I've not got a lot of faith in us. But the thing is, we've not conceded a goal yet in this tournament. The tactic is starting to bed in quite nicely. I'm pleased with the performances so far. The performances themselves have been good. The issue we found is putting the ball in the net. We absolutely dominated away from home against Cyprus, but we only scored 1 goal. And I don't know how many chances we create. We created like a smorgasbord of chances across 2 games against Faroe Islands and Cyprus, and probably should have scored at least 10 goals across the 2 games. But we just didn't do it. And that's the problem. We just don't have an out-and-out striker that's got the quality to put them in the back of the net already. And damn it, inside 2 minutes, Portugal had the lead through Arelas. And it was always going to be difficult. We had to kind of take this one on the chin and just see what we could do against a team like Portugal. It was always going to be tough. And we kind of have to ignore that. And it's the real important game is against Ireland. If we can win, or just better them across 2 games, then second place is ours, basically. Because you feel they'll beat Cyprus and the Faroe Islands, and you feel that we'll beat them both home and away, because we've already won the hardest game of the bunch, which was away in Cyprus, out of those 4 games. So, that's 12 points, basically. Now, what really matters is what we do against... what we do against Ireland. Williams is across. Dunphy! This is what I mean. These sort of situations, he must be starting to put some goals in, basically. He has to score goals sooner or later. It's a matter of time. Well, it's not the matter of time. That's the problem. It's whether he can actually do that for us. Because if he doesn't, we may have to start looking elsewhere. And, skewed over the bar. It's been a weird 9 minutes so far. Good opportunity for either team, really. Not that Dunphy's particularly great in the air, but this is what I mean. Those sort of chances we cannot afford to surrender. Davies does well. In for Williams. And somehow the ball is cleared in the end. But it's won by Regan Poole. Now back to Walsh. Up for Allen again. To Williams. Johnny Williams may have to come off at some point as well. Uh-oh. Break on. Damn it. And cut out brilliantly by Adam Henley. That's fantastic play. Look at the space over on the left. Woeful play there, but there's still a bit of space here for George Williams. Can he find a ball through for Dunphy? This time Dunphy does score. Wales 1, Portugal 1, Ian Gwyn Dunphy. Is this the moment that he finally starts to realise that potential that we know he's got, or we feel he's got? Look at it. He's still sort of 4.5 stars potential-wise at the moment. And I think that might have gone down slightly just because of people like Jonathan Savage. Dunphy does well. Lovely finish. Goalkeeper nearly kept that out, but it is 1-1 here. And are we about to finally start to make a splash? Because Portugal are, I think, 13th in the world at the moment. Are we finally going to start to do something on a top level? Andre Gomes now. That's a penalty. Oh, God. They've been the better side so far, but it's these little annoying niggly problems that we have with these just poor pieces of decision making. And unfortunately, it's because we've not got a full squad of decent players. We've only got a few standout individuals and a few that just we're just not producing good players in certain areas of the pitch, basically, and I think that is one of the areas. We've not had any good regen fullbacks come through, as far as I can tell, at all. They've all been either strikers, centre mids, or centre backs, basically. It's all very central. And a couple of good wingers, actually. So, we're going to have to close down Arelas. That must have been offside, surely. Goes round, cuts inside, and over the bar again. So Portugal are definitely looking at the better side, but that's what you'd come to expect from this game. They are a good side, but anything we were to take from it would be a massive thing for us. If, say, for example, we were to somehow draw this game, I don't think Ireland are going to get a draw against Portugal, so that could be the point that could potentially send us to the Euros automatically. I still think, however, that there's a good enough opportunity for us to get at least third in this group. I don't know how we've not won the ball there. Andre Gomez, Guedes out wide here, whips it across, and cleared. Please clear it. There we go. Jordan Williams up for Dunphy. He's done his job so far today. He's actually scored. And that's a lovely pass outside for Harry Wilson. Can we get a break on here? Josh James slips it through. Allen's in here. Wilson on the rebound. Cuts inside. Goal! Okay, that was beautiful from Harry Wilson. Wales 2, Portugal 2. Yeah, we're mugging them off a little bit, but we'll take it at this point. We've got goals in our game, and it's great to see. Look at the amount of... This is the thing, right? The amount of chances we've actually had today to score, and we've managed to score twice from it. Yet the amount of chances we created against the Faroe Islands and Cyprus, and we only managed to get 5 goals across those games. That's what worries me. We got to take our chances, and today we finally are. So maybe this is the start of us turning a corner. It's been a few months since we played those 2 games. We did move up. We actually moved up 11 places in the world rankings, don't you know? We've dropped since then, despite not actually playing any games, but that's, I presume, because other teams have been playing with other qualification campaigns and whatnot. Hey, 2-2 against Portugal at this stage. It's, this, if we were to get anything from this would be nearly as good as the 3-3 against Germany, frankly, but I just don't know if we've got enough to hang on. Arelas, and he's put it in as well. It is now 3-2 to Portugal. I just don't think we can compete, and trying to shut up shop against them is only going to end up conceding more goals. We've got to just try and hang in there. But I just think that every time we get back into it, they're going to match us. Ball back across. Arelas looks like an incredible player. Terrible angle, and Darlow, I wish we had a good goalkeeper. Like a goalkeeper that really stands out as being good. Oh, hello. Davis with the ball in, perhaps. Cleared away. Oh, crap. Here we go. Break on again in our own half. And, the chance was very nearly blocked brilliantly there. And somehow we're going to end up conceding another one here, aren't we? It's a bit of a mess at the back here. Nelson Semedo. Guedes. Arelas is through. And that must be offside this time. It is. Good. That's better. At least the offside trap kind of worked that time. It works. I mean, they've been caught offside 4 times in the first half. So it is a solid thing to work. Do they actually push up? I'm just kind of... Whoa, bloody hell, that was close. That was very tight. So half-time, have we been unlucky? I don't think we have, but we'll take it if it makes them feel better. Because fact is, we've not been that good, and it is Portugal, but the fact is we've done well as well to actually score a couple of goals against them. Was there anything else I wanted to quickly talk about? I don't think there actually was. Wasn't anything particularly that stood out from the campaign so far, other than our lack of ability to take chances against teams. Unfortunately, Portugal are just going to be too strong for us. But the fact that we've scored twice against them gives me hope that, we can beat Ireland. That's the key thing for us. We need to beat them at home. And how has the ball got across there? Guedes at the back post, and it is 4-2 to Portugal now, and thoroughly deserved as well. But it's the fact that it ended up there. I don't get how it ended up across there. Very, very frustrating. It just seems to go straight through all the defenders here. There's so many of them around. Oh, it's the silly slide tackle. Anyway, that's very, very frustrating. Right, so yeah, sorry about that. I had to quickly sort something out. I'll just trim that out. Anyway, Guedes now. We've just got to keep pushing on away. It's unfortunately, when you're playing counter-attack, this is kind of the problem. And we've committed a lot of fouls, but as far as I know, we don't have a huge number of players on bookings, which is good. Bernardo Silva is just going to square this and get him another goal. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And again, it seems that the longer games go on as well, we just seem to have no ability to actually... I don't know, the stamina doesn't seem to quite be there either, which is a shame, but you can see that one coming from a mile off. Bernardo Silva, by the way, was 2nd place in the Ballon d'Or, so this lad is quality. I can't believe we've gone and conceded goals so quickly there. Like, this game's gone from being quite a tight one in terms of scoring to just complete whitewash, which is a shame. Dunphy, out wide for Henley. Unless we get another one back here. Henley, back for James. Can he pull it across for someone important? Wilson's in, and Wilson's in again, and it is Wales 3, Portugal 5. Harry Wilson has scored another one for us, so at least we're keeping that side of things down. Sometimes in these little situations, it's a case of throwing caution to the wind. If we shut up shop and try to stop them from scoring, they will just continue to score. But the difference is we won't have any chance of scoring ourselves, or if we keep playing on the counter like this, we might still have a chance to nick a couple of goals against them and just pull them back into things a little bit, put them back in their place. I cannot believe this is 5-3 after just, not even an hour yet. There could be more goals in this game yet. James, Wilson, Out wide. Uh-oh. Another goal coming. Alan. Oh, Williams. Go on. Get that in for someone. Dunphy across. Dunphy off the crossbar. And this is... the chances are there. And we're just not taking them. That's a really good opportunity for Dunphy. And yet again, he's failed to take it. Right, okay, Dunphy, I'm sorry, mate. I know you've scored a goal today, but you've just not been good enough. Oh, Philip Fowler is available. Okay, good. And Joe Allen isn't the player he used to be. So we're going to get Joe Allen off as well. And get Jake Taylor on. Yeah, that'll have to do for now. Is there anyone else I'd really be interested in? Pogletka, despite his poor match fitness, will probably come on for Harry Wilson at some point, despite his brilliance today, because he's got that pace, that power, that kind of lethal finishing that we really do need at this level. Here we go. Ball in again. Cleared away by Fowler. There's still 22 minutes to go. Can we pull off an amazing comeback? Wilson into the box. Walsh! Amazing! He's offside. He's offside. I thought he was onside there. I really did. Damn it, that would have been amazing. I thought he was onside. Let's just quickly move this so we can see if he was. He's miles offside, isn't he? Oh, bloody hell. I don't think he was offside. It's hard to tell because he didn't actually pause at the correct moment, but it looked to me a little bit iffy there. Right, Pogletka's going to come on now for Wilson. He's more of a winger than a creative player, so we'll keep Josh James in there, and hopefully that little injection of pace could... Oh, crap, that's a 6th goal for them, isn't it, really? I don't know. I mean, is it a penalty? I mean, what? I assume it's a push in the box or something, but... what? As if we needed that against... To be fair, we've done well to get the 3 goals we have, and unfortunately it does look like we're going to concede a 6th one here, with Bernardo Silva stepping up and scoring it. I don't really think that was a penalty, but it's so hard to tell from up here. I didn't see anything. Just looked like a mass of players and a penalty's given. Really irritating when you see those ones given either way, really, because you can never really tell why there was a penalty. It's one of the most infuriating ones you can get. I'm not going to go on attacking or anything, because that's when they really will start to power on through us. But, maybe we can get a 4th goal here. 4 goals against Portugal is a positive sign, but unfortunately the inability to keep them out. But, if we don't go for it, you've got no chance. Fowler, Pogletka's in, and that is 6-4 now, I think. Yep, Randall Pogletka, his first ever goal for Wales. Wales 4, Portugal 6. One thing I would say as well, guys, is you're certainly getting your money's worth regarding... your money's worth, you know what I mean, in terms of goals for these games in the live comms. Wow, lovely finish from Pogletka. Maybe even a hint of offside about that one, so maybe that's comeuppance for the other one. But Fowler with a nice assist, which is nice to see, but I'm amazed that we've scored 4 times in this game. I really, really am. But it proves that we've got goals in us. It's just the inability to keep them out. And unfortunately, if we did try and tighten up defensively to try and keep the goals out, we wouldn't have any attacking threat. And I think that's the problem. Walsh does well to clear that. And Pogletka could get onto this. He doesn't, though. Cavaliero. Henley. We're always second to every ball, and that's Cavaliero through again. Oh, cleared away. 6-4 is, remember, only a 2-goal defeat. So goal difference-wise, it's not going to harm us too badly. It's the same as losing 2-0, essentially, except where you've conceded way more goals. Fowler with the flick on. And we're scoring goals, too. So, to me, that should give confidence in some respects. You kind of have to look at it from both sides. Maybe I'd rather lose 2-0, but I'd rather lose 6-4 than like 4-0 or something. That's a far more... There's more positives that can be taken from this game than there can from a 4-0 defeat. Silva, no, it's 7. It was always going to be tough. That's all I'll really say. We need to make sure we win games against Ireland and... Well, Ireland. That's the one we have to win. We're just leaving gaps all over the place. We just don't have good enough... Oh, come on, not an 8th goal. Let's not get silly with this. Go on, get a break on. Let's make it 7-5. We've got 3-on-3 at the back here. James, he has to find the space. Fowler, find your mate. Fowler's in. Fowler hits the post. The chances have been there. 5 decent half chances. We've been really good today in that respect. Going forward, we've been phenomenal. Just can't keep that at the other end. We've had chances to maybe get, 5 or 6 goals in this game, and we wouldn't have deserved them in terms of the overall landscape of the game. But Philip Fowler's done okay since he's come on. But there we go. Wales 4, Portugal 7. Christ. Well, it was disappointing, yes, but in some respects it was actually still a very good performance. I can still take the positives out of these games because we have scored 4 times against Portugal. Conceded 7 goals, but Portugal put 7 past Cyprus anyway, so anything could happen in those games, frankly. Right, so in the next episode, guys, I'm thinking I may as well just do the final match against Ireland will be the live com, and it will decide whether we get into the Euros or not. So that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that. If you have enjoyed this, please do drop a like on the video. That would be amazing. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. That will be even better. And I will see you guys in the next episode for a home game against Ireland. And wow, hopefully that game could possibly be the one that decides whether we get 2nd or 3rd in this group. It really could. So that is going to be amazingly important. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.